You ready?
I'm not blessed.
Me either. But we're gonna do this thing because I'm tired as I don't know what. Okay, come on.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
The angels bow down at the thought of you. Darkness gives way to the light for you. The price that you paid gives us life brand new. Hosanna forever. We worship.
Okay, so now we on episode 3. Woo, we made it to 3 episodes. This has been extremely hard. I'm not gonna lie, but we're at episode 3 because the editing is killing me. But I am Jade the Hero on social media. Y'all already know. You know me. I'm all over social media, and your name is.
I'm Brianna. I'm not going to say all my at names. It don't make
Eventually,
sense
she'll
anyway.
get there. I'm just gonna give it episode 17. She'll have her stuff up there. Mark my words. But these are her 2 children. So yes, the kids will be in the way. As I said on the first podcast, we're trying to make it authentic. She does not have a babysitter. We're not worried about it. So her kids will be here to the podcast until we get rich and can afford a babysitter. Woo! So today's topic is on God and religion. So I know
That's not my strong suit.
it's not, but it's okay. Try to answer the questions to your own best ability. There's no right or wrong answer. The audience just wants to hear your opinion on religion because it's not going to be the same as mine. Nobody's opinion is really the same for religion. Everybody has their own pros and cons. Okay, so question number 1. And backstory, we picked this topic because we were trying to find topics for the podcast, but religion is a strong thing that a lot of people struggle with and don't really know if they believe in God. They may do, they may don't, what religion they are, if they're Christianity, if they atheists, or what their religion is. So we're doing this topic so we can kind of get a feel for where you are. Maybe you could think about some of the things you said, and you can always comment down below some ideas or things that you want to hear us talk about. So, question number 1. Why do churches say pray it away but give no resources?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Pray it away, but there's no resources.
Yes, why do churches say you could just pray it away but then don't give no resources? Why are churches like that these days?
I
What do
guess
you think?
because ultimately, like, they only could do with so much. So they just like give all your problems and your worry into God. It's only with so much they could do. What other resources? What?
You asking me?
Yeah, an example.
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah,
What are resources? Example?
No, I know what the resources are, but I'm like, what resources could they give them other than for an example, if somebody's dealing with homelessness and they just say pray it away. They did all the praying they could do. You know, some people just feel like there's nothing else they could do. They back is against the wall. Resources that we could give them, go to a homeless shelter, you know, I got to go to a family member house or a close friend, something like that. But that's only going to do but so much. So what other resources could they take other than prayer? Just keep praying.
Oh.
Do you have any idea?
Well, I mean, it's there's always an answer. Because you have to think churches get hundreds of thousands, especially megas of churches, a week. You have to think there's 4 Sundays average in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a mega church, you're pouring in so much money. A lot of things could be cut for other things. I don't know how churches are ran or how the pay goes out, but I personally think there's always a way to do resources and stuff to help people. It's if the person actually wants to do it. Now, we can't go in elaborate detail because we don't know the finances of how our church is ran and what they're dishing out money for. But to me, more can always be done. Is only if the person really puts the effort to make it be done.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? There's always resources and ways because there's many of churches that donate money. You know, like when your rent is past due and stuff, you go to certain churches and you're not even a member. They help you pay some of your rent and stuff like that.
Right.
So if they can do it, a lot more churches, other churches could, because it don't be the churches that our skin complexion that be doing that either. Am I right or am I wrong? It be churches with other skin complexions that be helping more than we do. I'm just saying, you don't even have to be a member, and they're on a resource paper for churches that you can go to, to get money.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. A lot of Catholic churches at that.
Thank you. And it don't be Christians. Thank you. That you can just automatically go to and just be like, I need money, and they don't discriminate. Or you're not a member, or you haven't paid tithes, or you haven't do that. They help.
Okay.
So I think resources could always be done. That's my own personal opinion, but I can't tell nobody how to run their church. If I
Yeah.
was to start a church, please believe though, my resources would be unlimited. I wouldn't be you haven't been here in 3 weeks. You can't get no money. No, if you need help, I'm gonna go to pay the money to your rent. I'm not gonna give the person the money, but I'm gonna put it
Instead of
towards
just
the
telling them to
account.
pray about it
Yeah, I'm gonna put the money to you could go to social service and stuff
and
and
do it
do
yourself
it.
for them.
Yeah, for
So they
them.
won't spend it on just anything. They gotta do
Yeah,
exactly what they want
but
it
to
for.
do with it, or just call the rental office or give the money order to the rental office, or the rent place they live at.
Mm.
So stuff can always be done.
Okay. Have you tried to go back to church?
Yeah, I go to church every Sunday.
Okay. Is it the same church? What church do you go to?
I don't have a church home. No, I'm still actively looking. I have not found one that is really like set in. If it was up to me, I would start my own.
Okay. What type of church are you looking for? What type of church home? Like a mega church, a small church, traditional?
That doesn't matter. But most of the time, when I get into a church, it's always some mess. Like because when I get to a church, I'm not one to attend just to sit in the audience. I be trying to be a part of a ministry, the children's ministry or the social media ministry, something like to help somewhere. Like I need to help you because I be trying to see where the need is and try to help. I would probably start my own church if I had to say because the churches these days be so. But then I don't want to be a pastor at the same time. But
So you don't want to be a pastor?
but
Why
I
is
do
that?
want to start my own church, huh?
Why is that?
A lot of responsibility. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I think you could do it.
Oh God, yeah, I bet you would say that.
You could. I really see you doing that.
It's a lot.
Preaching. You got the right mindset.
I
You
want
got the good heart. You know.
I want the man to be the preacher, not me. I need to be the first lady so I can be sitting there cute on the front row.
Okay.
I think I could be a cute little first lady. Okay, have you tried to go back to church?
I have, but right now I do it virtually. Right now, because I suffer from anxiety real bad, it's hard for me to like really step foot in a church home. So
Because
too many people. I have social anxiety. I don't like to be around a lot of people.
so how do you have a job?
I don't
How did you have one before?
force myself.
You can't force yourself to go to church though.
I probably can, but
God is not more important
it's
than a
more
job.
people at church than a job.
Brianna, that don't sound right. You
It
can
is-
force
I'm
yourself
saying-
to go to a 9 to 5. You used to work at Wegmans.
Right. It's not a lot of people at Wegmans that there is at a church, and the church that I go to virtually is a mega church. It's way more people. There's too
Well,
many
you
people.
can find a smaller one.
I probably can, but I have to get out the house to do that first.
Yes, God don't want to hear that though. You can go to work, but
God
then
don't
don't
want to hear,
go
but
to
that's
church.
my reality. So
Don't make it a reality.
I can't control my mental state. If I got anxiety, I got anxiety. That's what I take medication for, so I could be able to get out the house and interact with people.
Yes,
As I have to, God knows what I'm battling, what I'm going through.
man,
So-
look what the place we was just at.
What place?
What place we was just at last weekend?
Oh, and yeah, you see, I went with you, but I didn't like being there. It was cool and all, but
You can't go with me to church?
you never asked me to.
I have to ask you to go? You can't
Listen.
just volunteer and say, I would like to go to church.
I don't just listen. I don't just go to. I don't just go to every
What did you
church.
say?
Listen,
Did you say? You didn't ask me to go. Oh yeah, I'm the one that's gonna say, Brianna. You're telling me out of all the
Listen.
people, I'm the one that's gonna say, oh no, Brianna, you can't go to church with me. That's
no, I never said that
unacceptable.
you were gonna like turn me around. No, I'm saying you go to different churches. Not all churches I'm okay with going. Like I just said, if you go to a mega church, I'm not gonna want to go.
But
You
I
go to a
haven't
small
been.
church.
Yeah, but I have been to both mega and small.
I know, and you invited me to one, but you already be on this end. When you the one you invited me to, I couldn't make it out there. I'm not driving currently. How am I get out there?
Oh, that's right. I wouldn't pick you up. Just like I didn't pick you up for this, I wouldn't pick you up.
Look, you invited me. You didn't come get me. So,
Yes, but still, you could still say, Jay, I really want to go to church. You could say that, but you don't
Okay.
say that. So that's not an excuse because
okay,
you
next
know.
Sunday I will go to church with you.
Okay.
Are we clear on that? Before you
No, I don't want to hear no excuses. And then I don't relate to church either. You be moving slow.
I don't
and
know
got
what time,
kids and all this other
I
stuff?
don't know what time you go to church. Get off me. What time do you go to church?
No, I'm saying like I don't be trying to go late. Like whatever time it start, I don't be trying to go late. You be having kids and we gotta do this, gotta do that.
That's all I can't control. I gotta get my kids.
You
together.
can't control. You can always control being late. You choose not to. If you get up
No,
early
I'm
enough, you can
saying-
be ready.
I still get up early enough, but I still have things to do. Like you said, I got to do whoop wop at the third for my kids.
So you got to get up 2-3 hours earlier than the time. No excuse, ma'am. No excuse, ma'am. You need to be at the church house, or you can go to one in your area. There's nothing wrong with that either.
It's not, but it's not one close to me. I have to look it up.
Thank you. Do research. It's no excuse. How many people are you actively bringing to Christ?
I don't have a set number, but I guess anybody I talk to, like when they want to vent to me now. I used to be the therapist of the friend group or family, so now I just be like, you gotta start praying more about it, go to church about it. So it's no longer, don't talk to me no more. And I'm not saying it in a rude way, but don't talk to me no more. You got to give your problems to God. So it's whoever I encounter. I don't have a set number who I tell, oh, go to church, get back into church, or just start praying more. It's just whoever comes to me because I'm, used to being a therapist friend.
Basically, anybody you come across, you'll try to.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, anybody you come across, you'll try to bring them to Christ type thing.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, anybody I encounter, I try to bring to Christ. What about you?
That's a good question. How many people am I actively trying to bring to Christ?
Mm-hmm.
The people in the group, I try. I guess that's.
I feel like everybody you encounter as well.
Yeah, I try to. Yeah, I try to bring a lot, but everybody's not receptive,
I say because every time you do lashes, you bring it up about your Bible study group.
Yeah, but people be bringing it up to me, asking me questions about God and church and stuff like that. I don't know why they be picking me, but
Really?
people be asking me like sometimes I be in the car and they'll ask me like, for example, like what church you go to, or what do you think I should do, or do you think God's calling me to do this? People be asking me. I don't know why they be picking me, but they be asking me.
You might got a gift.
Maybe, I don't know, but I try to bring everybody, but actively right now, I guess the 20 people that's in the group, everybody's not active, but
Yeah. Speaking of that, you gonna keep them in the group, the non-active members, or
why do you think I should boot them out?
I feel like if they're not saying anything and not engaging in the conversation or putting input or just listening or reaching out to you on a daily basis about it, I think so. You're just taking up space, and as you can see, the group is lagging. Like even though a lot of people is in and not joining it, causes some people to get kicked out the group or kicked off the call when we do it.
Yeah, but that's why I moved it to Zoom. I don't feel like we should
did
kick.
move it to Zoom.
Yeah, I don't feel like we should kick nobody out because like I said, I feel like eventually they'll get on when the time is right. You can't deny nobody from God.
Yeah, no, I'm just,
But then technically we would be because the group is for you to eventually get on the call. How do you know eventually? It might take them 3 months, but then one day they might pop on. But that's somebody I done pushed away. I know, Brianna, you're not saying boot them still.
I gotta go blow my nose.
You got a lot of work to go, Brianna. Take your baby with you. She's gonna cry. Take your baby.
Ooh, hold on, he's made me laugh real bad.
Because this one's coming too. Take your kids. Okay, back to point at hand. We're not getting rid of the people out of the group because that's not the right thing to do. You cannot deny nobody from God.
Okay.
Or but you feel otherwise, I see. So go ahead and get what you're gonna say off your chest. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say you're denying it from God. But now that you elaborated on why you wouldn't boot them out the group, I understand.
I mean, the point of the Bible study is right now we're on the book of the excellent wife. We're trying to teach them how to be better women of God and how to be excellent wives. Next, we are going to start going over the Bible because I know that's something that people lack is reading the Bible and understanding it. Mm-hmm. So next we're going to go over the Bible. But just in case one of the weeks somebody does get in, if I boot them out, then they can't get in at all because how would they know what the Zoom link would be if I boot them out the group? Then they're not going to know about God. That's not fair to them. You don't think?
I have no comment on that.
Go ahead and say how you feel, Brianna. Go ahead.
No, I really just don't have no comment on that. I said I heard what you said about it, Yeah, I guess you're right to an extent.
But that's why I said you do have comment because you wouldn't have said right to an extent. You would have just said you're right.
You don't want to boot them out. You don't want to turn them away from God. You said maybe one day, not now, but 3 months from now, they might want to pop in randomly.
But you feel like since they're not participating right now, they're not going to participate at all.
Exactly.
That's how you feel.
Exactly. I do. It's been happening already. How long have you been doing this?
About 20 weeks. What's that? 5 months.
Stop.
For the last 5 months.
Yeah. It's declining.
Well, I think it'll pick back up. Time has to go on, but I think it'll pick back up. Okay.
If church is supposed to be a hospital, why do so many people leave sicker than they come?
Church is a hospital. Why do people leave sicker than they come?
Mhm.
A lot of people don't take church serious. So when they're getting in there, they're seeing the pastor and other lead officials live any kind of way. So
Mhm.
they feel like if they can live any kind of way running a church, why can't I live any type of way being in a church? So it makes it hard when you have no good examples to follow behind. It lets you think you can run amok because the leaders are running amok. So that's why I feel like people leave sicker than they come,
Mhm.
because when they get in there and tear it up, then they go to the next church and go tear it up. Then they go to the next church and tear it up. You get what I'm saying? They just church hopping, tearing it up. They're
Okay.
not actually coming to build. They're coming to deconstruct. So
I definitely agree with you on as you saying, like if the pastor ain't
the
doing no
officials,
good,
yeah, all the lead officials, that could be the pastors, the ministers, the deacons.
yeah.
That's why I said the lead officials. Lead officials is not doing right. So it's hard because people are not seeing a good example on how to be Christians, you know?
Okay.
So what do you
Yeah.
think?
No, I definitely agree with what you said. Oh, this upside down.
I wrote it upside down.
Yeah, I thought I
Okay.
was tripping. I'm like, wait, what? Okay. Yeah, no, I like I said, wholeheartedly agree with you saying. If the officials ain't doing no good, the people that's coming gonna do no good. They're gonna cut up too. You know.
Do you know
They,
any officials that live in any type of way? Personally, you know any pastors that's acts a fool?
pastors, no.
You don't know no pastors?
Uh-uh.
No ministers, no deacons. You don't know
Mm-mm.
none yourself personally.
No.
Okay.
Do you?
Plenty, plenty, a lot.
Yeah, no.
I know a lot of janky pastors. I know a lot of
Hey, the
janky.
last church home I was in was my family's church. He's not janky. The church I'm in now, I haven't heard too much about him, but the church per se, yes. Have Christians gossiped about you more than prayed for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I always get gossiped about. So that's a no brainer. I always get gossiped about. People always are jealous of me, and I don't even know why, because I'm a really cool girl. But people be always jealous of me. I don't know why. It must be pure hatred. I don't even know what it would be, because if you get to know
I'm
me,
about to say hate you for what though?
yeah. But it must be because if you get to know me, you would know I'm a cool girl. But people be really like they really always talk trash about me all the time.
Yeah, we
So
definitely see it online.
yeah,
every
and
day.
online, I know in person is even worse than online, but that's behind my back. But like online, they be behind a computer doing stuff. So I know behind my back they having a blast.
Okay.
Okay, so has a church you've been to been gossiping more about you than praying for you?
A church that I've been to, no. Now, have Christians in general gossiped about me? Probably so.
But are they really Christians though?
Probably lukewarm.
So then that means they're not really Christians. Then people, we use the word Christian so loosely, and just anybody shouts, "I'm a Christian," but they don't really follow it for real,
Right.
Why don't you have an active church home?
Because the church home that I did have, I guess it got closed down due to COVID, and ever since then, I
Oh, where
just
would you
never.
go and prepare?
Image of God in Christ.
Where is
I
that?
didn't go every Sunday. Over there by Crystal Skating Ring.
Oh, in the shopping center.
Like when you go
At
up
the
that
corner.
hill.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Yeah.
I know that's what it's called. I never knew that. All this time. It's closed. I thought it's not closed down.
No, I don't know what it is now, but it's no longer that. If they made it into a church.
Oh, it's still a church, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something else now.
I
But
know
it
they do
still is a
everything
church.
virtually now. So
Image do.
yeah.
Oh, okay, but they didn't go back to
I don't
actual
think
building.
so. I don't think
I
so.
didn't know
That's
that.
why I started going to First Baptist of Glenarden.
Oh, okay, because I think Ron Taylor runs that church up there on the corner, but I don't know what it's called now. Though I never knew that's what it was called. What was it back then when it was Crystals? It was Image.
Mm.
Oh, I knew it was always a church there, but I never paid no attention to the name.
Yeah,
Wow.
nobody knows it's a church for real.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was a church, but I never paid attention to the name. I did not know that. Oh wow, cool. Learn something new every day. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Why don't I have an active church? I'm still looking. I'm so particular about the churches. I'm so particular.
You should be. Yeah.
She's particular too.
Say yes. Okay. Do celebrity use God as clickbait? Do you think so?
Oh, do celebrities use God as clickbait? Yes, absolutely. It's a lot of celebrities that use God as clickbait because everybody knows that's the. I think right now we're in a space that everybody's trying to figure out what their purpose is and what religion they want to actually be. I think everybody's kind of like, literally everybody's kind of like lost at this time trying to figure out, especially with social media being so big, what's their happy medium? Am I going to be a lukewarm Christian? Am I going to actually start going to church? Am I going to start doing social media trying to be a Christian church girly? Or it be men too banging the church line, not really Christian for real too.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
I know that wholeheartedly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, with the guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I dealt with a
yeah.
guy who was supposed to be a God-fearing man. He's a father, X, Y, and Z, baby. That man
And he
was from
tricked you.
hell. That's a man from hell. Oh
And
my
you, but
God.
my thing is, prior to him trying to take you to church, you saw no red flags.
No, because
You saw none. I don't
listen,
believe that.
no,
None.
this is why I no, literally
None?
like he if I didn't speak on that. He wanted our first date to be at a church. So
But prior to that, you saw absolutely no red flags. He never talked to anybody else disrespectful. You never heard
no.
him talk.
Oh,
He
he
didn't do
had like
no
on a
drugs. He didn't drink. He didn't
if he
smoke.
did, I didn't know that. No, he drunk, but I also at the time was drinking too. So I didn't, wine and I didn't see him overdoing it, like guzzling bottles of alcohol down.
Okay, and he didn't talk to none of his friends disrespectful.
No,
He didn't talk to his mom disrespectful.
no, I didn't know he was disrespectful until our little situation.
He had
happened.
sex with you before marriage. Red flag, then. All right, then. So you did see a red flag. That's a red flag. If he was a true man of God would never have a woman sin. Just being honest. So that was a red flag.
Well, that's true.
That was one.
Okay, outside of that anymore.
You have to tell me. I don't know. I was just
the
making stuff.
examples, and I'm
Oh,
you,
okay.
I'm like,
Okay, well, that was one. He did
That's
try to
fine.
have sex with you before marriage.
Okay.
Did he take care of his kids? Was the kids living with him or the baby mother?
Baby mother, but they both got joint custody. They both take care of them equally.
Okay, was he taking care of his kids good to you?
Absolutely.
You didn't see no
he loved his daughters. That was his heart.
no type of nothing?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, I don't know.
No, and like I said, drinking, I didn't pay attention to it that much because at the time I was a drinker. A lot of people smoke, so
Did he smoke?
yeah, he smoked. I don't smoke, so.
But that's a red flag, man.
I mean, yeah, I would say that now, but like I wasn't looking too much into that because like everybody smoked.
But that doesn't mean it's okay.
I know that, but you got some Christians out here.
Then they're not Christian. Then when you're a Christian, you have to be set apart. You have to be. You see how I get denied in a lot of stuff. That's how you got to be. You got to be proud to get denied. You see, when I go somewhere and people be like,
"Nah,
why you bring this Christian girl with?" And I'm proud to say, "That's okay. I'll be at the exit," and you be cracking up laughing. But you got to be proud to say, "I love God." You can't be scary like, "Oh, I'm gonna get booted out if I go in there." No, you got to be proud to say, "I'm happy to get booted out." Because I love God. That's how you got to be, for real.
Well, yeah. So, no, he didn't show any signs whatsoever. So, we went to church and all that. And I didn't like the church per se. But, he made sure we went to church every Sunday.
How many times did y'all go to church? One time?
No, 3.
Oh, I thought it was the first time y'all went that incident happened.
It did. And I, was still there. So, you know the situation. So
yeah, but I thought you met him. Let's say like you knew him for a month, talking to him.
Yeah.
Then he said, "Come with me to church." That was the first date, and then that incident happened, and then you left.
Yeah.
Now you continue to keep going after the first incident.
I think it was like no, it wasn't the first, but like the second time I still went after. So I went about 3 times.
To the church.
Was fine. Yeah, it was the second time that he did.
The first time y'all went fine.
Yeah.
Second time he
kirked out. I
didn't like
the church the first time.
Okay. The second time he kirked out incident.
Yeah.
Third time you went back again.
Yeah.
Fourth time again,
you
said no more.
He praying. He supposed to be a man of God. I'm sorry for X, Y, and Z. Let's go to church. Let's talk about it. Pray about it.
Was this your first so-called man of God that was like banging the church line? Was this your first guy?
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you got bamboozled then. Okay, you just don't know no better. Okay, so I won't fault you on that one. No, it's different for me because I'm in church more than you are. So it wouldn't be like a.
You would have peeped the
Yeah, I would have peeped the game already.
Right,
So that's
you
that's
went
something.
To the Bible. So
yeah, that's something
like, no.
different. I would have been like no, but like I said, I have met somebody in church that.
Yeah.
I've met a few people in the church and they're just as janky. So, and I fell in the trap and I believed them and they was janky too. But I saw the red flags. I swept them under the rug. So that situation is different because I can openly admit I saw a boatload of red flags.
And
like
you just ignored it.
I was just piling the red flags in my pocket and then was just walking around with a big pocket full of red flags. So that's different for me. But you actually didn't know because this was your first ever guy banging the I love God line. We're gonna go to church and I'm gonna pray over you. We're gonna pray.
Right.
So you didn't know no better. So that one I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna fault you. But now you know. So if you get another one, you kind of know.
When they bang that, I'm a God-fearing husband, man. I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. I gotta see it to believe it now.
But like I said, the first line, if they're really banging God like they say, and then they still try to sleep with you, automatically cut them off because you know for a fact it's no way you could be a man of God doing that. The two don't even go together.
I agree.
So,
now that I know better,
Yeah,
so I agree.
Yeah. We're now starting to add games. Our Great engineer here on the side. We have a new game, and the game is called.
I was not expecting you to do that, but go ahead. Start over.
Oh
So I can be
God!
ready.
We
We'll say
have
that's
a
God.
new game.
I'm gonna say is that God because the way you wrote that.
I put that's God, or
Or-
is that me doing too much?
You
That's
ain't
what
got
it said on
You
the
ain't got the
thing.
is that right there, girl. I thought
I
it was
said
a
that's God,
or
or
that me doing too much.
oh, sorry.
You already got
All
it.
right, is that me
All right,
doing
I
too
got
much?
this. All right, go
Okay.
ahead.
We have a new game that she came up with. It's called.
Is that God or is that me doing too much?
Okay. So we're going to say a phrase, and then you have to say, is that God or is that me doing too much?
Okay.
First question. Every time I try to move on, they pop back up. Is that God or is that you doing too much?
Can I give you two answers?
Go ahead.
I will
It's going to be some
elaborate
BS, so go ahead.
I would say that's God trying to see if you still a fool again. And then I would say it's also you doing too much, so you shouldn't allow them back in.
Okay. To me, I think it's straight you doing too much because you should never give somebody access to you when you know they're no good. So I don't even think that's God, man. That's you just doing too much. Because if they still can keep popping back up,
They still have access to
they
you.
still have access to you. I have had a crazy guy before in a whole nother state. That once I saw they act crazy, I packed up and got the hell out of Dodge. I did not stay. So this person has no more contact to me. Now they still do call me block. I can't stop nobody from calling me block, but I refuse to answer the phone. I'm not answering no phone for no caller ID block person because I already know it's him. So I'm not answering.
So I already know it's him.
But I blocked him on everything. He still makes fake pages to call me, but I'm done with it. I'm done. But you cannot give somebody access to you like that. It's done.
Okay.
So I think that's you doing too much. I don't
much.
even think that's God. No God in that one. But go ahead. You're God now.
There was no God in that one. We already know this. My partner and I are having sex before marriage.
Is that God?
Or is that me doing too much?
You doing too much. Doing way too much. Doing too much, girlie.
I agree. Doing too much. What you laughing at?
Yeah. She's doing too much. Looking crazy.
She look like a little sumo wrestler.
She kind of walk too.
She gonna get that step one day. Watch before her birthday. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely doing too much. I agree. Okay.
Job offer came after I asked God to move the old job out the way.
That's God.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
That could be you too. You can always pick a job that you ain't got no business picking. That don't have to be God. That could be you too.
Well, she said, or whoever, we just speaking in general.
Yeah, it says
Praise
this job
God.
came after I said to God to move the old job out the way.
Yeah.
Okay, you think that's God?
Yeah, that's God.
Okay.
She asked and she received.
Yeah, but God can sometimes honor requests that you ain't got no business honoring to show you that you didn't need it too.
That's what we were just saying about the last question. About them sending the man back to you.
True. They do contradict what I just said, so very true. Very true. Here we go.
I met him the same day I fasted for a husband.
Ooh. You didn't even complete the fast and you made a man. I think that's you doing too much. You didn't even complete the fast and the man popped up. That'll make you quit the fast. So I say you doing too much.
You doing too much?
Yeah, finish the fast first, then God can send them. I don't know if he send it that quick. I mean, anything is possible. God can do anything but fail. So
That's actually a good question, though.
yeah, I don't know. What you think? I don't know.
The same day she met him, the same day she fasted for her husband. I see what you're saying that she ain't finished her fast,
Okay, she didn't even finish, and God had popped them up. I mean, I guess he can't do that, but
I guess she's doing it for a good cause, and God probably was seeing her doing her fast and was like, okay, now I think you're ready. Here's your husband.
maybe I don't know. I think you should complete it first. Didn't get the man, but you may send it earlier while you're on the fast. At least
say fasted. Fasted.
Oh, okay.
ED.
Okay, so if you finish the fast, then yeah, you can send it. But if you don't, because my thing is, if you say you do a 10-day fast and then day 5 he says, man, you probably say screw the rest of the 5 days because you got so excited because he just sent the man of your dreams. So I think you should wait till you finish it, then get to tell the man, just hold off for 5 days. Let me finish my fast, then I'll holler back.
And that's the man for you, your husband.
Right, he'll wait.
He blocked me after I prayed for God to remove distractions. Is that God or is that you doing too much?
He blocked me.
He blocked me after I prayed for God to remove distractions. You prayed for God to remove all the distractions, all the negativity and whatever out your life. And then the man blocked you. Was that God? or that you're doing too much. I feel like that was God.
You think so?
Because when I do a removal prayer, Lord,
I think we all do. I think we all say, God, can you remove it? Then you be mad
I'm
when
telling
he
you.
get deleted. But
man, I'm telling you, I'm like, no, I wasn't ready for that. But you know, when you ask for the
didn't
removal
you do
prayer,
a remove prayer on your longest relationship? Or no?
yeah, well, not necessarily on him per se, but I was just saying, Lord, if it's for me, bless it. If it's not, block it, remove it, rebuke it. You
Oh,
know,
then
take
that's
it
your
away
removal
from me.
prayer then. Oh,
Yeah, take
well.
it away, and things happen. So,
Now things happen, okay.
and then I'm glad you like brought that up because as much as I used to pray to get out of the relationship, because I know that we always kept
Oh,
going back
you
together.
been prayed that.
Yeah, for years, but something just kept us there. Like I couldn't leave him alone, he couldn't leave me alone, and I always find my way back to him at the time. So you know, some days I used to cry about it. Don't eat my
Well, I
head.
don't think it's you couldn't leave him alone. I think y'all both it's just easy. Y'all both just there. It's different
I need
when
you to elaborate on the easy part.
it's easy to go back. You're a phone call. He's a phone call away.
Well, that's what I said. We're both just used to each other. Like we've been together. That's my longest relationship.
Yeah,
His as well.
I think it's the stubbornness. God, you know you're not supposed to be with somebody, but you continue to keep going back. It's kind of like, what can God do? He
He gonna do exactly what you asked, but in different ways so you learn your lesson.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
and when he take his hand off of it, then you on your own.
yeah. Well, I would just say for this last I guess encounter, and you really did remove it because he was like, y'all keep finding the ways to, you know, work it out or get back together. But this time I got to make it sure there's no way that will happen again. Because, like you said, we both stubborn as hell.
Yeah.
So that was that.
I thought you meant your last relationship. You know who. I thought you were saying you did a removal prayer on him too. I thought this last piece you were saying, I thought you were saying with him.
Nah, that would
you
just
did
be
a
it.
removal
I
prayer.
do that like at least 2 or 3 times out the month. Whoever is meant for me, bless it, bless them. Whoever meant to be removed, remove. And if you roll out,
not if you roll out.
If you roll out, you roll out.
That's
though.
disrespectful. But
Nah, if you roll out, I mean, well, I can't sit on no more. I can't sit on no more.
I get what you're saying. Okay. So that was the last question. So thank y'all for episode 3. Woo. Again, you have any remarks?
I don't.
How you think you did on this episode?
I feel like I'm getting better and better. Y'all,
You're
excuse me for
warming
laughing.
up.
Yeah, I laughed so much.
I'm proud of you. You're talking more because the first episode compared to second, compared to third, this one you did a whole lot more yapping.
Yeah, well, that's because I take my medicine.
Start promoting medicine on here. Start promoting God. How about that? Start praying to Him.
I do both.
Well, then the medicine should get deleted. Then you need to pray that.
I do both. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yes, but you need to pray that you can get off the medicine and your anxiety can be good enough that you don't need medicine anymore. You should pray that. Then you think it's funny. I'm serious. You should pray about that. You see, I don't have to take medicine for anything. You should try to work on that. Ask God to.
Yeah, but
do you want to continue to take medicine?
I don't really think I need the medicine, but I noticed it helped though. I didn't think I needed it.
Well, if you don't think you need it, then
no,
you
but
don't
I can
need
tell
it.
the difference. It helps though with my anxiety. It does.
I think it's a mental thing.
It could be.
I think it's a mental thing. I think you know when you take the medicine, you mentally calm down.
No, because I don't take it every time, and not every time I take it, I calm down. But I notice it's like.
So then it doesn't work,
like,
Brianna. That makes no sense. Any other remarks? No remarks. You're doing good though. I'm proud of you. You're doing way better. The more episodes, when we look back, you'll see the difference. Okay, so that is episode 3. If y'all have any ideas, please put them down below. Any topics you want us to discuss, put them down below. But other than that, that is it. So thank you guys. Woo. Look at her.
You say bye.
Bye. Doesn't say bye to the camera.
Bye.
Too cute.